a little bit of peanut butter in your granola bars, or sorry, your protein bars. Try again. Damn it. Just going in how they, okay. Try again. Ready? As well as into my protein Oats. Oats, try again. Ready? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're gonna be walking through some of my favorite protein bars by Grenade, just in terms of flavors and how I also incorporate them into my everyday routine when it comes to just snacks, as well as putting them into shakes, as well as my protein oatmeal. So to start off, let's talk about the bars first. So as you can see, I have a ton of flavors here, and this is just a portion of what they actually have available. They have so many different flavors. For me, I tend to stick to anything that has a lot of caramel in it, because it's sweet, but it's not overwhelming. So for me, I tend to like the cookies and cream, the cookie dough, salted caramel, and then the peanut nutter. Another one that I like over here is also the caramel chaos. So again, common thread through all of these is they do have that caramel flavor to them. And then in terms of protein bars, which ones I tend to lean to the most, definitely the salted caramel as well as the peanut butter is just a classic flavor and something that I really enjoy. So when it comes to macros for the bars, they're super macro friendly. I'm someone who tracks my macros just through MyFitnessPal, and it actually makes it super easy because if you just take the barcode, you can just scan it with the camera app on the app for the MyFitnessPal, and it makes it super easy. So looking at the bar right here, we're just gonna walk through some of the macros available. So when it comes to protein bars, finding one that tastes good is always super hard. And for me, I'm really picky. So the fact that I like so many different flavors of this brand just works out perfectly. And it's not that chalky taste of protein. It generally tastes like a really good tasting bar. So in terms of macros, we have for fat, 16 grams, carbohydrates, we have 34, and then for protein, we have 33 grams, which is amazing macros for a protein bar. So that's what it looks like here. And again, this is the salted caramel flavor. This bar actually comes into a spread, so they labeled it bar in a jar. It's one of my favorite flavors, and now that it's in a spread, it makes it super easy, and I can incorporate it into things like protein oatmeal, as well as into my shakes, and it just gives my food a little bit more flavor. And again, it has a little bit of protein in here as well. My other favorite flavor when it comes to spreads, as you can tell, because this one's basically empty, is hazelnut. I'm someone who loves hazelnut everything in my coffee, in my oatmeal, in my protein shakes. Again, it just gives it a lot of flavor, and bonus, it has the protein in there as well. So that's what it comes to in terms of how I incorporate these in terms of just like snacking. And then if we move over here, I'm gonna take some time and make a shake as well as my protein oatmeal. So to start off, we're gonna make a protein shake. So I already have water and just my favorite protein powder in there. I choose chocolate because I am gonna be pairing it with the salted caramel, and that just tastes good. And then I'll also be adding in just a whole banana. So we're just gonna peel that open. My protein shakes are relatively just normal. I don't go crazy on them or anything like that. But one whole banana, as well as my protein powder. I do about a nice glorious scoop, just so that way it's nice and flavorful. And again, there is protein in here, so when you're adding it in, you don't have to feel too bad about it, that it's just like, because it does taste super good, so it's not like you're eating straight chocolate. It is protein, and it is relatively better for you. Then I'm gonna add in a couple of cubes of ice, just because I don't like warm protein shakes. Let's do one more. And then put it on. So this is something that I usually do for my breakfast in the morning, especially if I sleep in a little bit. This is just a great way to start off my morning with, again, more protein, and then it has a good balance of fat and carbs in there. And then that's it for protein. So if you are someone who likes more of a sweeter tasting protein shake, you can definitely use what I do. But if you want something a little bit plain, you can also go with the hazelnut flavor, because it's not as sweet as a salted caramel. But I just love the salted caramel protein bar. So if you are someone like me, then you're definitely gonna like the spread. So now moving on, we'll quickly make some oats as well, because again, mornings where I have a little bit more time, I can make protein oats instead, and that's just a little bit more of a fueling breakfast, because there is way more carbs in my protein oats than in my shake, just because we have the oats as well as the banana, so it's a little bit higher carb as well. So now moving on to my alternative breakfast. Again, this is one where I have a little bit more time. I'm gonna make my protein oats. So I use quick oats, and I usually measure it out on my scale, because again, I am tracking my macros. So I'll zero my scale first, and then I'll add in, just make sure it's set on grams. And when you're measuring your oatmeal, you always wanna make sure you're measuring it raw, not cooked. So I'll put in, I usually do around 30 grams. It's right there, 28. So we do the oatmeal, and then I just make mine with water, but you can also do it with like a little bit of oat milk or almond milk or whatever you want. And I'm someone who likes their oatmeal like more soggy. So the more water you add, the soggier it is, or you can have like a little bit drier. I'm gonna be using the hazelnut spread. So I'll do a good spooky. This one actually has a little bit like hazelnuts in it as well, so it gives it a little bit more texture. Sorry, it's just sticking to the spoon, so I'm just gonna mix it in there a little bit. And then we're gonna pop it in the microwave for about a minute. So really quickly. And then one second, I wanna wash my finger. Because otherwise it's just on my finger and that's weird. Anyways, so in terms of just like making my breakfast, again, it'll be oatmeal. Just because again, it's more of a fueling breakfast because it has more carbs in it. So just for my everyday routine, training clients, training myself, anything like that, I like to have a lot of energy. And then of course with the grenade spread, you have that added protein in there as well. And again, you can have other flavors. So the ones that I have here are just a salted caramel as well as the hazelnut, but they also have a milk chocolate flavor, which is really good if you're someone who just likes pure chocolate. But this one, like I said, has a little bit of texture in it because it has little bits of hazelnut in there as well. When it comes to just like on the go traveling, I also will make that same protein shake, but I can put it in my grenade bottle. So in terms of like, before I go to like Monkey Vault or something like that, I'll typically have a shake on the way there because again, I just need something to make sure I'm fueled during my entire workout because I'm there for like 3 hours. So I'll have a grenade shake on the way there, and then I'll usually pack a bar so that way I have it as well when I'm there to snack on because nobody likes it when I'm hangry. So these are my oats all done. You just do a quick stir. I like to make sure everything's coated in the hazelnuts, so that way every single bit of a spoonful tastes good. And then you can just add in any type of fruit. I usually do a banana, but you can do strawberries, mangoes. Actually, probably not mango, I lied to you. Strawberry, blueberries, anything like that. And that's typically just my protein in the morning. I'd actually probably want this a little bit more watery, so I'd probably add in a little bit more. And then you're all good to go. It's a very simple breakfast. I don't do anything fancy in terms of how I incorporate things into my routine because again, I want them just to taste good and then also just be able to fuel my movement as best as possible. So that is how I incorporate grenade into my everyday routine. If you guys have any questions at all in terms of other flavors or when flavors are gonna be releasing, anything like that, or where you can even buy them, just comment below, or you can even shoot me a message on Instagram. Happy to answer anything at all. And if you guys like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.